Hello everyone and welcome. So glad to join you again with another transmission from Prime Creator. Before we get to that, I do have an announcement or two. Hang with me. The first one is about the Creation Temple. I just want to invite those of you who feel like you want more support, more guidance, more assistance for your spiritual journey. This is a tremendous, valuable resource for you. The content within the Creation Temple itself is geared towards your transformation. There are DNA activations, ceremonies, processes, all geared to help you transform your life, release, transmute, move forward in your spiritual journey. And so if you don't feel called to join us on the weekly gatherings as a master creator, you can access all the content except for the gathering replays as a royal creator. And you guys, that's only $50 a month. And you know, I do these spiritual teaching videos on Facebook Lives and stuff like that I offer for free. And within the Creation Temple, we go a little deeper and I give you more specifics to help you transform and move forward in your journey. Also, the Divine Creator membership subscription is only $5 a month. And we have over a dozen channeling and teaching videos in there, and I add new content at least once a month. So I definitely encourage you to check that out as well. The other announcement is October 19th through the 22nd, we have our next transformational retreat here in Sedona, Arizona. And the theme of this one is Unlock Your Power. So this is for you if you want to activate your spiritual gifts, if you'd like to learn how to be powerful in your everyday life, if you're ready to release any and all victimhood from your life, even if you already feel pretty powerful in your life and you want to up-level, you want an upgrade, this retreat is for you. So it's going to be an amazing time, and I'm really excited about offering it here again in Sedona. So please go check that out at creationtemple.com/retreat. And you know, all of these things that I offer to you guys, this is all under the umbrella of creating heaven on earth, supporting my personal soul mission. It's my passion, it's my calling, it's what I came to this planet to do. So I thank you and appreciate you for tuning in to these videos and for receiving this information. And if you have gotten benefit and received benefit from these videos and you want more, definitely become a member of the Creation Temple, or you can simply send a donation in appreciation for what you have received from these videos. And that will help to support the team that keeps the Creation Temple going and allows these videos to continue to happen for you guys. So thank you so much. And we will now move into the channeling and see what kind of information we can get.
A viewer asks, how can light workers stay more balanced and centered?
Yes, dear ones, we have covered some of these concepts before. Importantly at this time is to take plenty of space and time for yourself. For many of you are going through very quick upgrades, very quick shifts within your physical being. And some of you are feeling extremes of energized and exhausted, not knowing one day to the next what you will feel. And so as you can, to put plenty of space in your schedule, in your calendar, so that you have time for yourself to readjust, to recalibrate, to center yourselves within your own energy, with your soul, to be grounded with Gaia. As you continue to maintain and expand your celestial connections. For some of you, these are galactic connections. For some of you, these are universal connections. For some of you, these are multiversal connections. For some of you, these connections go all the way back to source. And for some of you, it is all of these connections at once. And so it can become a tremendous amount of energy moving through you. It can become a tremendous amount of energy weaving its way and organizing itself within your being. And so if you can take time for yourself to allow these calibrations to allow your nervous system and brain to rewire. Yes, dear ones, this will be most helpful indeed. Of course, to drink plenty of pure water, as we have discussed before. To eat foods that are of great purity, and if you do not have access, to make sure to provide many blessings to your food to transmute the energy. For as some of you are becoming more sensitive in your digestive systems, in your nervous systems, with your spiritual gifts and talents, you are becoming more sensitive as well to the food that you eat. As the energies, the DNA, the energetic signatures and codes from the food does truly become a part of you. If you are eating food of density or impurity, those impurities, those dense vibrations, can make their way into your system. And so to do your best to eat as purely as possible. Also, as we have discussed before, to take your physical body into nature as much as possible. For nature has a way of quickly balancing herself in a way that humans have yet to learn. And so if you allow yourself to bask in nature, she will teach you and work with you to restore balance in your physical body. And any physical contact that you can have with the rocks, with the trees, with the soil, will be greatly helpful as well. For example, to lie down upon a rock, to put your feet or body in flowing water, or ponds or lakes, to hug and touch the trees. All of these things will assist in maintaining your balance. These may seem like simple things, and it is often the simplicity that is most effective. And so you do not need fancy equipment or technologies. You need not make expensive purchases of crystals or Tesla-like machines and such to maintain your balance. The act of taking time and rest for yourself in nature whenever possible will go a very long way indeed. In fact, some of these technologies, yes, they may be fun to play with. And remember that those who have created them have imbued their energetic signatures and codes within them. And so if there is not complete purity, those impurities can enter your being. In contrast, nature has a way of quickly balancing and restoring her purity. And so when you spend time with her, you can have every confidence that you are receiving the purest energies possible upon your planet. There is also much work you can do with the sun. You may want to look into sun gazing as the sun rises or as the sun sets. To talk with your skin and the codes of the sun, so that your skin can tolerate and be in harmony with the rays of the sun, with the energies that come through the rays of the sun. For there is much to receive from the sun. There are many codes of enlightenment, many codes of freedom, many codes of illumination that come to you from your sun. And you can connect to your great central sun through your earth sun. And so it is a simple intention and conversation with the great central sun to connect to you through your earth sun, to receive the information of illumination, to activate your DNA.
Sedona is a hub for intergalactic communication. Are there other planets in the galaxy that serve the same function, or is this specific to Earth?
There are other places on other planets within your galaxy that serve a similar function. Intergalactic communication stations, as you might say. Sedona is unique in the sense of the codes that are exchanged here. For when you go to other intergalactic communication stations, you are interacting purely with those who are familiar in intergalactic travel. You are interacting with the beings who understand how to maneuver throughout the galaxy. However, because Sedona is on planet Earth, a place that is still functioning within much density, there is a greater opportunity for more exchange of energetic signatures, codes, and information from the galaxy and from Earth herself. And because Earth is in her ascension journey in a way that differs from other planets within your galaxy at this time, it is a special place for intergalactic communication, as there are more projects and more energies to be exchanged and completed, and only certain galactic races are allowed to enter the portals of Sedona. Those that carry relevant information for your planet, for the beings of your planet. Those that are oriented to the mission of Gaia's ascension are permitted to be part of the communication station in Sedona. Now, there are other beings who do look in, who do travel here. Beings who are curious, beings who wish to be a part of the activity, but they do not have the VIP access, you could say, to be part of the meetings and the communications that occur in Sedona.
Can you tell us information about the photon belt?
This is a grand alignment with your sun and your great central sun, and other suns beyond this that this channel does not yet understand. An alignment that is flooding your galaxy with planet Earth as the center. With a beam of light that penetrates Earth to her core. Now we have spoken of the great waves of love and light coming to your planet. The light of the photon belt is just one source of these waves and of love and light to give you a perspective. This trajectory of moving into this alignment of light, it means that illumination of your planet is inevitable. And so you can have confidence that as you move more and more directly into alignment with this beam of light, that all will be illuminated upon your planet. And so in some ways, there is nothing you need to do but allow planet Earth to continue her trajectory into this alignment. And yet, in another understanding, doing your inner work, sharing your wisdom and information, as we have spoken earlier, these things allow for you an enjoyment of this time. For if you were to stay shrouded within the shadow as you move into this great amount of illumination, it would be painful, physically, emotionally, mentally. And so it is best, from the human understanding, to do the inner work now so that you can thrive as you become fully illuminated human beings. It is not the light from the photon belt that allows the magic that we have spoken of before. These are codes of light that come from other sources. The photon belt functions in its simplicity to provide full illumination of your planet. As I mentioned, the light is penetrating to the core of your planet. And so anything on the surface, anything in inner earth, any being that is part of your planet in some way will be illuminated. And this does mean that the truth will be revealed. Now, this is not a quantum timeline jump. You have been moving into this alignment for eons of time. This is all part of the divine plan. And so the process will continue to be gradual.
What comes after the illumination stage in Gaia's ascension, and what other stages are there in this process?
Yes, dear ones, first there is the illumination stage, where hidden truths are revealed, where it becomes clear to all beings on your planet what is of the light, what is of the shadow. And then there is what you would call the golden age, where you enjoy heaven on earth upon your planet, where you enjoy great freedoms and times of expansion. It is a period of rejuvenation for the soul. It is a time of great enjoyment, experiencing magic upon your planet, experiencing your spiritual gifts and abilities that you have always known are possible, and yet have not been able to materialize or experience as of yet. After the golden age, there is then the opportunity and possibility for planet Earth and the beings thereof to transcend polarity. For even in the golden age, there will still be history and records of the wars you experienced upon your earth. There will still be the cellular memory and the DNA memory of the hardships you experienced here. If Gaia chooses to transcend polarity, there will no longer be the cellular memory and DNA information of polarity within your beings. If she does not choose to transcend polarity, there will still be times of great expansion, times of great creativity, prosperity, the energies and information of heaven on earth. But you will still carry, Gaia will still carry, the beings on Gaia will still carry the cellular memory, the DNA memory of the density that you have experienced here. And so these timelines are not yet determined. It is a co-creation of the beings upon Gaia and Gaia herself. And so at this time, there is no way to say which trajectory will be chosen. For we are speaking of hundreds and thousands of years, and hundreds of thousands of years in your linear time future. Indeed, many of you will choose to remain with Gaia for quite some time, so that you can enjoy your creation. For many of you have been working with her for eons of time to bring heaven on earth into fruition. And so you can receive great soul rejuvenation by staying here as you move into your golden age. Whether you pass from this physical body and incarnate into another, or you remain with this physical body, many of you will have the option to stay with Gaia if you choose. This is not something that you need to decide with your intellectual minds, dear ones, for your soul will guide you, and so there is no need to proclaim what you will do or where you will go. Allow the journey, dear ones.
How does this relate to the harmonized matrix and her process of ascension? If she transcends polarity, is that matrice released?
Yes, dear one, if Gaia chooses to transcend polarity, there will be no need for any matrix. The matrices you experience are in some ways to provide you with navigational tools, because you are operating within great degrees of density. It is helpful to have some tools of navigation. Without polarity, the experience is entirely different. It is a much more transparent soul guidance that you experience. For the soul is navigating the reality without all the layers of convolution, without all the layers of density. It is a bit challenging for the human mind to fully grasp the concept of full transcension of polarity.
Is there any intention or awareness required to maintain this harmonized matrix prior to transcending polarity for Gaia?
In some ways, much of this is being accomplished at the soul level. And so what I would invite you to do, each being in their own way, to create heaven on earth, to create heaven within their own reality. The way you contribute to the harmonized matrix is with your intentions of harmony and peace for all. And of course, this means doing your own inner work, moving forward on your ascension and spiritual journeys. Keep it simple, dear ones. You do not have to do conscious grid work for your planet, for your galaxy, for your universe. The simple act of doing your inner work, of opening your heart, of loving and nourishing yourself, and sharing this love with others is what creates the grid. It's what creates the harmonized matrix. Many of you are spending so much time, so much energy creating grids, maintaining grids, fixing grids, but you are not attending to your own beings, dear ones. Your own being, it is what is most important, because each being is a grid connection and intersection. And so if you continue to externalize and work with the grid, but neglect your own being, this is not sustainable, this is not of great use. And so if you wish to strengthen the harmonized matrix, what you must do is work on your own being. Heal, find your wholeness. Heal the inner child. Cultivate your worthiness and value. These are the things that matter. These are the things that are sustainable. And these are the things that strengthen your harmonized matrix and your light grids that are around and within your planet.
A viewer asks, are soul fragments, soul splits, soul multi-location, and soul aspects the same thing?
They are slightly different, dear ones. A soul aspect is simply a part of your soul. It does not mean it has been fragmented or split from your soul. Just because your aspects are located within different realms and realities does not necessarily imply that they are fragmented or split. Because even when you integrate all of your soul aspects, they are still geographically located in different places. I am explaining this in a way that the human mind will understand. What you would term a soul split or a soul fragment is the experience of part of the soul being lost, so to speak, meaning that you are not able to connect with it. It truly feels as if a part of you is missing or gone. This is different than an unintegrated aspect. For a soul fragment or soul split has some damage that has been done to the connection of your soul to that aspect that is fragmented or split. There is a wounding. There is hurt or pain that you might experience. An unintegrated soul aspect still has the connection to your soul. And so when you are ready, you can work with integrating that aspect. With a soul fragment, there is a greater degree of work to establish that connection once again with that piece of you that was severed. In your history, this is where many have engaged the work of shamans or similar practitioners to assist with reestablishing this connection. What you would understand as soul multi-location is simply the interfacing of your many aspects in different realms and realities, while you maintain your physical human form here on planet Earth.
A viewer asks, how many soul aspects can there be?
This depends upon your soul journey, where you have traveled, what you have studied and learned. It is infinite, dear ones. Typical light workers have hundreds of thousands of soul aspects, and many of these aspects are grouped together with similar themes. For example, your aspects of power, your aspects of abundance, your aspects of peace, your aspects of centeredness, etc., etc. So you may integrate one aspect of power and still have many more aspects of power to integrate. Or you may integrate many aspects of power at once and experience a quantum shift within your human self-being.
Is there anything else Prime Creator would like to share with those watching this video at this time?
I do invite you, dear ones, to work with your dynamic balance, to do whatever is necessary to nourish your beings. For your human bodies are changing. They are recalibrating. Many more light codes for your light bodies are merging with your human bodies at this time. And while this is a beautiful process, it can take a toll on the human form if you push yourself too hard. if you make yourself do too much, if you are too active when the human body needs rest. And so I do invite you to please pay attention to your human body, to cultivate an understanding and relationship with your body so that you can receive and understand what it needs from you, so that you can allow it to rest when it needs rest, so that you can give it physical activity when it needs to move, so that you know what to feed it in each moment. For your physical body is delighted to collaborate with you in these ways. And you simply need to listen and cultivate a language of understanding so that you can communicate with your physical body. You may continue to see and experience traumatic or dramatic events unfolding upon your planet. Many of these are for show, meaning they are organized to bring fear back into your experience, back into your body, back into your environment. And it is up to you, dear ones, to receive this fear or to transmute it and not allow it to be in your field. And so I invite you to set the boundary if you do not wish to continue experiencing the fear. You can affirm something such as the following: I now set the holy boundary around my being, around my field, so that only what is pure and of the highest light and of my highest alignments may come into my field. Now, if you are still carrying great fear within your being, it will be much easier for the external fear projected upon you to come into your field and your being. And so if you have not yet released and transmuted all the fear from your being, I do invite you to continue this inner work. And in this way, you will transcend the dramatic and traumatic events that occur upon your planet. You may be suddenly asked to relocate. Follow this guidance as it is your protection. I thank you, dear ones, for receiving the love that I have for you, for receiving the information that I bring through this channel. I thank you, dear ones. Thank you, everyone, for joining me for episode 59. I appreciate the soul family and community we have here on this YouTube channel. Please share these videos. Please share this channel if you feel guided. I love and appreciate you. And within the Creation Temple, there are sponsorship opportunities as well. If you don't feel necessarily drawn to be part of the Creation Temple, but you appreciate the work that I'm doing to create heaven on earth, you can provide a monthly scholarship amount. And if you don't see the amount on there that you'd like to provide, contact me personally and I'll put another button up. I appreciate you, I love you, and I will see you in the next video.